So now let's go live. Hey everybody, what's going on? Can you guys hear me very well? This is my first stream. Is my audio working well? Greetings everybody. Can I get some stuff in the chat? Looks like we have one person in here so far. So let's see. Live streaming. Oh, look, okay, so this looks pretty good so far. Hey everybody. Perfect. All right, you can hear me? All right, so let's get started. I am BB, the double flat dude, and that's feedback right there. We don't want that feedback. All right, so it's pretty quiet though. Okay, thank you. Is this better, Andy? Is that better? Andy the man. Let's see. That was pretty quiet. Let me turn it up just a tad bit more. Huh. Okay, it's better. All right, perfect. All right, so I really don't know what I'm doing here today, so let's just try to have some fun. So feel free if you guys want to send, music reviews. So if you guys have a video that you guys want me to look at, I would love to look at it and critique it and see what you guys could improve on. Got to check if your piano isn't loud too. Let's see. Here's my piano noise too, Andy. Is my piano noise all right? Is it good? Is it bad? Before we move on, is it good? Is it bad? Good, bad. Let's see. Latency. Normal latency. So I think we're doing pretty well so far. It's a little bit of a delay, but all right. It's good. All right. That's perfect. That's perfect here. All right. So send me some videos, guys. If you want me to look at some cool piano videos or some memes, I will check it out. Either way, let's talk about some anime that we recently that I recently saw that was pretty amazing. So first of all, guys, you need to check out Wonder Egg Priority. That should be the first priority on your anime list of this season. I'm telling you right now, the show will blow your mind. Okay, it's kind of like Puella Magical Girls, but like done. Was it a higher quality of it? And you get like a lot of different weapons. Okay, to not spoil anything for you guys, the show is about a supernatural. What is it? Oh, hey, Vesum Space. What's going on? Wonder Egg Priority is a show about little girls in a dream world. So they're in this dream world, and basically the goal is for them to fight these monsters. Like, if you guys play Kingdom Hearts, to fight these little minions. And when they fight them, there's like this boss battle at the end of every dream. And when they do that, they basically, I think they like resurrect a girl that committed suicide. And it was like, wow, it blows your mind. And basically their goal for this dream world is to save their friend or their loved ones that committed suicide if they can save enough girls. It's pretty interesting. I suggest it. Hey, how you guys doing? Still haven't caught up with the show? Dude, check it out. Check out Wonder Egg Priority. I'm telling you right now, it's worth your time. I haven't watched a new episode today, but after watching the first couple of episodes, dude, my mind was blown. I was like, wow. Like, the animation quality is probably a 9 out of 10. It's very fluid. The aesthetics is very amazing. The characters are lovable. Holy cow. I would just check it out. It's pretty darn good. Still haven't caught up with it yet. Ryan is the bomb. Hey, what's going on, Jasper? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. Feel free to send me any memes, any video. What is it? Music videos, or just if you guys want to talk about music theory in general of how to practice. I was mainly self-taught, and basically I had to. This is we'll watch it soon. Yes. So basically, how I started playing the piano was last year. I made it my goal. I was like, you know what? I'm going to learn how to master the piano. So I started with music theory. Music theory was the first thing. So I learned, about the circle of fifths. I learned all about the scales. Hey, Winter. I learned a lot of stuff. It was crazy. And basically one thing that I feel like a lot of people who are self-taught need to learn how to do is, articulations. Knowing how to hear well when you're playing the piano, being able to, slur notes like, let me see. And then like your dynamics as well as expressing your breaths as well as how to use the sustain pedal. It wasn't until recently where I realized that, wow, most of my videos are like really bad because you can really hear the notes bleeding into one another without any significant purpose. And you're just like, wow. So if my self-taught pianists out there, I'm talking to you, Jasper, and whoever else is in here, you might want to also study how to articulate certain notes. It could be your VST or whatnot, but I'm still working on it now. I'm not perfect at it, but it's something that I have a goal to sort of master in the near future. Well, what do you guys want to talk about so far? Do you guys want to talk about music, anime? That's good advice. And noted. All right, awesome. There's one thing I wanted to talk about before I get into some playing. I think it was overtones. Yes, for my self-taught pianists out there, if you don't know overtones, you are going to be a little bit mad. So essentially what overtones is, I'm trying to memorize it. I took notes on this. Let me see. Actually, can I bring up my notes real quick? Let me just bring up my little cheat sheet real quick. And because I basically have a whole, let me see if I can share my screen on this real quick and just share like just the amount of notes. It's a lot of notes that I took on music theory, and it might actually blow your mind. So let's see if I can, let's see. Okay, so here it is right here. Now I'll see if I can share this screen. Display capture. So this is my first time. Excuse me if I'm just a little bit, tad bit slow. I'm a slow person, I'm not that fast. A lot of stuff. Let's see. Display, image, application. Is it application capture? Display, image slideshow, window capture. I think it's this one right here. Okay, perfect. OneNote, Harmony. I think this is the screen that I was looking to showcase. All right, so perfect. I think this is it, but I'm not too sure if I did this correctly. It probably looks pretty jumbled for you guys right here. Let me see if I can fix that for you. It still looks terrible. Jeez. No, it still looks terrible. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys, if it looks absolutely trashy. See ya. Time for winter piano community. Oh, hey Watts, how you guys doing? I'm trying to figure out how to share. I'll just share my notes. I don't really have to share this for you guys. Let me see if I can delete this real quick. Window capture. Is it still blocky for you? Yep, it's still blocky for you. Let me just try to take this out. All right, that's perfect. I'll just read it on my screen because I can't seem to. Now I'm gone to. Let's see. All right, so basically what an overtone is, an overtone is essentially their frequency. So if you were to play, dude, imagine talking to people, it blows my mind. Oh my gosh, let me see. Okay, so here are my notes. And overtones. Perfect. Okay. So if you hit, let's say, low C, there is a vibration, a little frequency that's going up and down, up and down, up and down. And essentially, when you hit, I don't know if it's showing. Can you guys see it on my side? Can you guys see what I'm saying, or is it still not too well? Oh well, let me try to fix that for you. Okay. So basically, when you hit the low C, you are able to hear basically the C frequency within that, and that's called the fundamental note. So C, and essentially when you play, low C, you're able to basically hear, that note. But at the same time, when you're hearing that low C, you're also hearing the chord as well, which is C, and then you play the C major chord. You can also hear that there is a sort of congruence between the notes. When you play C, you're hearing also a higher C, and then you're also hearing, and from C to C, this is called an overtone. And basically, what overtones are, they're basically the divisions of strings that basically continue, that become infinitely smaller in intervals as the vibration continues. So essentially, you have your fundamental note, which is C, and then you have your overtone, which is a note that's you hear at the same time when C is being played. So basically, when you hear one note, you're not just hearing C, you're hearing multiple notes at the same time that creates that frequency at a higher note. So if I were to give an example, if I were to play, low C down here, you are also hearing, mid-high C, and then you're also hearing G, you're also hearing C, you're also hearing E, and you're also hearing a high G, and basically that continues until you can't hear the pitch anymore. So the pitch escalates all the way up until you're unable to hear the the pitches. And yes, there are frequencies where you can't hear that's way above on the right side of the piano, and that's basically what overtones are. And the one thing that makes this interesting is when you play C, I mentioned that you're also hearing the overtone of C, which is C, and then you're also hearing the overtone of the middle C, not the middle C, but the higher C, which is E. Which is G, then E, then C, then E, then G. You're hearing these at the same time, and the notes that I just mentioned were C, G, E, and E, and they make up the major triad. And essentially, when you get this into your head, you realize, oh wow, when you play one note, you are actually playing the overtone. You're also playing multiple notes at the same time, which is why you have the whole concept of consonance and dissonance. Dissonance is basically notes that sound, notes that are very complex. So if I were to explain this simply, a dissonant note, which you guys probably know, my anime pianist, is a note that's very complex, has a lot of tones inside of it. So if we were to play a minor second, you would hear a lot of dissonance there because there's not a lot of matching tones. However, if you were to play something such as a major third or a perfect fifth, you hear a little bit of consonance, which is the noise is more clear. You're actually able to hear, it sounds more whole, like a clear glass. Dissonance is like a foggy glass where you can't really hear what's being played, while consonance is, it's more of a clear glass where you're actually able to hear the note that's being articulated. And when we have this right here, when we're talking about overtones, is that when you play C, you're not only hearing C, but you're hearing E and G, which is why the notes sound good. Now, if you were to do C, but then if you're also to do A minor, the notes connect because you're looking at A, C, E, and, A has an overtone of, C major, E, which creates consonants, and these notes connect. So if you're looking for, let's say, a chord progression or something interesting that you want to, let's say you're stuck writing some music and you don't really know how to connect notes of a chord progression, you could look for its overtones. You could look to build chords off of the notes that are within its overtones. Let's say if I am in F minor and I play something like this. So chord progression I just played here was F minor. The next progression that I played was D flat major. The next chord that I played was A flat major. And the next chord that I played was G minor. So when you're looking at the chord progression, let's say F to D flat, you see that D flat major has an overtone that's F. And you're like, wow, okay. And that's how you know that the chords are connected. So F to D flat, and then my next chord was A flat. So A flat is the fifth of D flat, and then I went down a half step to add a little bit of flavor, and we kind of use dissonance in music to add a little bit of spice. Because if the music's too consonant, it sounds a little bit too perfect, and it doesn't add a complex flavor into the song. So yeah, that's just a little bit about overtones. Miss me with those Bach chorals. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that's some good stuff right there. I think I am done explaining overtones. Hopefully that helped you. I don't think I explained it to my best ability, but if that, touched your heart and made you want to go out and play a very hard piece or arrange something very, difficult, then good for you. So right now, I was working on Wonder Egg Priority. It's a really, really good opening, and I'm about to play it right now. So hopefully you guys will like it. Hopefully it's not too trashy and clumpy, but we're going to see what happens. Oops, I forgot you guys couldn't hear me. It's an interesting arrangement. I just finished recording it today, so it's definitely pretty. I think it's developed. I think the one thing a couple of things I could probably critique for my performance was the use of the sustain pedal and just me articulating the notes, because there's some places where I wanted to articulate a bit a bit better. So in the sense that I wanted to have when we were going to the main, I think the pre-chorus, where it was so that, like this right here, I had a lot of trouble finding a good way to articulate this phrase. I wasn't sure if I wanted to hold C and then, and whilst the C is sustained, and you hear the bleeding of the of the C. It's like, it sounds a little bit too clumpy. So that's why I decided to release the C onto the next phrase. But it's a lot. It's very difficult because I find simple songs more difficult than more harder songs, mainly because you actually have to think about exactly how you want to articulate it in a certain way, and you have to be very careful with your dynamics, in the sense that your dynamics is just as important as getting a note incorrect, playing a note incorrectly. With that being said, I think the only time I have articulated is when I have accidentally done it. So true, Jasper. Yeah, with that, it's really weird when you are, it's very difficult to articulate just those small touches, especially on this digital piano. Like, it's boom, do 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 do. I love how it's a call and response. It's a really lovely sort of passage, but I feel like I could have played it a little bit better. I may be forced to actually edit my MIDI data. You know, I'm pretty evil now. But we're gonna see what happens. I may play it again. Record it again for tomorrow's showcasing of it. But yeah, how's everybody doing today? Is everyone doing well? You guys want to look at some memes? I got one. What memes do you have on your phone? Let's see if I can pull up some memes. I got some good memes on my. It's a window capture. Do 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 do. Let's see. Do 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 do. Let's look at some memes and let's hang out for a bit. Live stream anime memes. Alright, so let's look at some memes real quick. I just kind of want to chill. This is school meme. Let me know if you guys want to watch any memes in particular, because I got a lot of memes, a lot of fun memes on here. This is just finished some work. Oh, what kind of work did you finish, Jasper? Let's look at, ooh, let me try to fix this real quick. It looks a little bit clumpy. Let's see, maybe I can go right here. Maybe I can do this. Make this full screen and then go right here, and I can do this. Yeah, maybe that works. Yay, this works. We have some, let's see, what kind of memes do we have on our phones? Who needs a life when you got beatboxing? Aaron Mikasa. Okay, that's pretty good. If you're a Attack on Titan fan, you understand. Who's watching? Person paying for their account. Girlfriend free pass. Parasite 1. Parasite. I haven't seen Darling in the Franxx, so I probably wouldn't know this reference. COVID 015. When your friend says he's bringing Corona to the party, you don't see any beer. The pupil can expand as much as 55% when looking at love. I'm not really a Darling in the Franxx fan. That looks like hentai. This is, oh, is anyone watching Jobless Reincarnation? Oh, play Jobless, what is it? Jobless Reincarnation? Alright, let me see if I can remember how to play it. Let me change this window real quick. Do 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 do. Right here. Okay, that works too. Oh, perfect. Let's see. Right here. All right. I gotta remember how to play it. What's the chord progression for it again? Let me find a chord. So chord progression to BB play. I don't remember it, to be honest. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up on my YouTube. Maybe I can find the chord progression right here. And the funny thing is, it took me about, what is it? It took me like, was it 2 hours to make my cover for Jobless Reincarnation? And I literally forgot it the next day. Tears. Rip. Let me look at my, this is why we have piano tutorials. Alright, so we got the chorus down. Tears. No, I can't play this on stream because I can't remember it. I'll play you was it Promised Netherland, I think, if I remember it. Let me turn off my thing. Is it, oh, on the piano. On a side note, effects of rushing seasonals. Yeah, I would say rushing seasonals. Well, I'm looking at your channel, Jasper, and like, I think you did, what is it? Although you did rush seasonals, I would feel like most people that watch anime, what is it? Most people that look for anime piano songs, I don't think they're looking for technique or, what is it? Anything that's really advanced or complicated at like an anime's level weekly. I think they're just looking for the tune of the song played on the piano. And I think that actually benefited you a lot. Because I looked at your channel recently, and I want to say like a lot of your videos, like you've gained a lot of traction and a lot of new subscribers. When I checked, I was like, dang, you know, I think one of your videos got like, was it 10,000 views? I was like, that's pretty impressive. So I think you're doing really well. I think it only comes down to what do you want to be on YouTube? Do you want to be a pianist or do you want to be a YouTube pianist? If you want to be a pianist, you know, you can take, you know, as long as you want to, you know, practice on the piano and work very hard. But if you want to be a YouTube pianist, you know, you have to post those weeklies. And even if it's not so good, it's always important to keep posting so that you can actually, get a chance for people to see your videos in the YouTube algorithm, because that's kind of just how the whole algorithm works. You need more video. The more videos you have, the more it can basically snowball for you, and more your videos are going to be played, whether it's good or bad. I remember I was talking with Goody Pros, and he was stating that some of his worst videos that he posted are his most viewed videos. And even if you don't think the video is good, someone might actually find value in that video. Like for an example, for me, I made my Mushoku Tenshin, my Jobless Reincarnation video. Sadly, I can't play it because I forgot it, but if I practice it for a time, I might be able to get it back, because it's, I forgot, I think it was a D flat, but basically I made that, yeah, it's kind of cruel, not gonna lie. Yeah, and that's the reality of the situation, though. But I think what you're doing, like if you want to be a YouTube pianist, you're doing an excellent job right now, and don't stop what you're doing. You know, keep your your weekly doses of Hori, because Horimiya is such a really good anime, and I'm really happy that like as soon as the episode drops, you're always there to basically just like, hey boys, and you just post like an amazing OST. And I was like, dang, that's pretty good. It could be like very simple. It doesn't have to be anything too complex like what you're doing. I really like what you're doing. You know, one of my a simple thing that I usually use for like building a chord progression. I usually just use 5 chords when I am building basically any song, because no one really cares about the left hand pattern when you're doing 5 chords. So every time when I have a chord, it's either or so something of that, and then I'm also doing something in the right hand. But what I want to try to kind of develop right now is I want to develop a sort of technique dynamically and read more sheet music so I can kind of master different left hand patterns. I think like for us all, any pianists, I think that's the one thing that we sort of struggle with, is basically expression. You know, I think it's good to find a teacher. I would highly recommend hiring WattKeys. WattKeys, if you guys know who he is, you can look him up on YouTube. So WattKeys. He is pretty good. I'm actually working with him right now, and he has a pretty good ear, and he's been helping me out a lot recently with in terms of expressing the things that I want on the piano. I'm practicing Haru Yuku. Now let me see if I can pull that up right now. See if you guys like it. But yeah, it's Jasper Teo. If you guys name a chord progression, we can make a song together if you guys want to do that. Just chilling for a time being. It's a little bit better. All All right, here's a song that I've been kind of practicing. It's a little bit complicated, but let me see if I can pull up the sheet music while I am. Let me see if I can pull up the sheet music while I'm playing it. Actually, I'll play it first and then I'll pull up the sheet music because it's not that hard. Oh, I like the sound. Thanks, Jasper. So let me pull up the what is it? The sheet music for this. The Haru wa Yuku. The song is called Haru wa Yuku, and I am reviewing SLS's cover of the song. If you guys want to know the name of the song, because the song is actually really good. I really love this song. Let's see. Fate Stay Night. Here we go. I think this is it right here. Let me go ahead and load this onto the screen. All right. So first up that we have going on here is actually I can actually pull out my tablet real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, I'm going to use my, I usually use a Wacom tablet when I am editing sheet music. And usually it helps me and just other people just know what I'm looking at and basically what I am explaining and expressing. So, we first have our opening notes somewhere. Let me see, is it going to work right here? Oh wait, it's the next window. Let me go ahead and do it right here. All right, can you guys still see what I am doing? Let's see, hopefully you can. OBS. Give me 2 seconds. Let's see, hopefully this can work. I am trying to find my stream real quick because I cannot find it. Welcome to OBS Animemes. Well, anyway, can you guys see? Hopefully you can. All right, here you go. Now I can see it. All right, so essentially what I'm looking at right here is on the first start of the notes right here, you have like a sus2 chord, what is this? A G. It's like a 4 chord, so it's a G. Was it G A C, and sus2 plus a fourth. And now that I'm looking at it, in the bottom you have basically, what is it, an F5 chord, so basically you have F5, and this is kind of the opening to like this amazing song. You have, and it's all about the touch, because you know, when I first started playing it, I kind of butchered it with the sustain pedal because I did not know. I was basically illiterate with the sustain pedal. I just did not know how to use a sustain pedal. I was just that bad with it. And basically, when I am playing these notes, you actually have to, work on, using your sustain and using your, articulating it well, so there's a very, you want to basically articulate the notes in a sort of way where you can hear the notes clearly, and you can't do that if there's too much sustain. I had a lot of trouble reaching for these notes in the beginning, mainly because it's a da, do, do, and I'm playing this all without looking at my hand, so you can imagine the amount of difficulty. Then you have this rest note right here, so you have basically a quarter note and then a dotted half note. This kind of breaks into, you have the first little motif, do, do. And essentially what I learned so far is that this song, that right off the bat, this is going to be sort of like one of the key themes. Do, 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 do. I think you already went through the chord progression, F, E, D, and then it went back to E. But so it's not the full chord progression, but within the first two measures, you can kind of already get to see what the song is about. But then it reaches up a little bit higher, a little bit above the soprano, and we're seeing this. I think this chord right here was pretty, not really tricky to sight read, but this chord, it's a little bit difficult to play, mainly because you are arpeggiating it, not playing it all at once, and you're also doing the same with the bottom. So you also have to time what you're looking at. So it's like, let me see. It's and I have to do that like 50 times in order to actually get that right. But if we move lower, somewhere right here, this part is actually very difficult in terms of you have to have a certain right hand pattern in order to get this correct. So we have the same thing that's arpeggiated. What is this? This is like a this is an F minor chord that a sus2 plus a F minor, and we can kind of see what the writer is kind of emphasizing. Now, writer likes to use sus chords in arpeggiations to add a little bit of emphasis, at least for the opening right now. We move down here to this one, harder part where we have to cross hands. It's a little bit, oh, hey Sarah, how you doing? This one down here, and this is the sort of thing I was talking about earlier about articulating your notes a little bit more, because before, when I didn't have a lot of practice on it, I probably would have played these at the same, at the same range. This one's mezzo piano, this one's piano. So when I'm playing, it's still very difficult to play, but you have to play it kind of evenly. Oh, there you go, Sarah. You got any sheets you want me to look at? We're just looking at some sheets. I'm looking at SLS's sheet after I played it. It's pretty good so far, but I think the most difficult part will probably be the grace notes down here, mainly because you have to time it right before the click. But you also have you have to have the same expression So do 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 do. It's very 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 very. Let me see. So it's B flat. Let me go right here. So in measure 19, the E kind of acts as a grace note, mainly because I have to completely release off of C, and this is what makes the song so hard. Oh, Sarah's going to send me some sheets. Well, my stream's about to end anyways, so let's see. But the main course and everything right here, I think in general, the author had a really good job. SLS. I don't think I have any sheets to look at right now. Or you can send it to me next time, and then we'll go over it next time. Probably next week. I don't know. I have to get used to this stream thing. It makes me kind of nervous. But overall, when I'm looking at this sheet, I think the author did a really good job in terms of like organizing his notes from 1 2 2 2 2 2. You scroll down here. Everything doesn't seem too out of place, even when he uses triplets or quintuplets down here. The author has a good sense of balance and a good sense of organizational sheet. I'm not really going to rag, the left hand the left hand is actually pretty fun to play. The do 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 do. It's pretty fun, but it gets harder and harder as the song progresses in terms of left hand patterns. The song's about like 11 pages. But you can already see that, you're going to see, polytones. You're going to see, 16th notes. It's very, very, very difficult. BB, sight read my sheets. Send it to me on Discord. What is it? Haru. It turned out to be really good. Send it to me on Discord real quick before my stream ends, because I have something else to attend to in a little bit. But, just trying to chill, I guess. BB sight read my sheets. Let's look at what kind of sheets do you have. Do you have a specific sheet you want me to play for you? Let's see. Anything at all, Jasper? We can definitely do some sight reading. But yeah, this sheet is very complex, but with a little bit of practice, I feel like anyone can kind of learn this piece. I'm still waiting for Jasper to send me, one of his sheets, and hopefully we can get down to the sight reading. But yeah, I think that's pretty fun. Let's see. What do you guys want to talk about? Anything specific? Anything specific? Let's see. I guess I'll play around for a little bit. There we go. My Horimiya episode 4. Okay, let's look at that real quick. Horimiya episode 4. Jasper Teo. 444. Horimiya episode 4 OST. I hope your sheets are free. I swear, if you make me like pay for your sheets or something, I would be kind of upset. Episode 4. Oh, please don't go, Hori. Alright, let's sight read this real quick. Patreon Jasper Teo. Now available. Okay, good. No cost added. Alright, I'm going to look at it, and then I'm going to sight read it. So I'll tell you what I see, and then I'm going to tell you what. Did you do this yourself, Jasper? Did you write this yourself? Actually, you did. It's right here. But transcribed by Amelia. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so let's see. How do I share the screen? Let's open this window right here. Please don't go, Amelia. All right. So here's what I see so far. I saw this video, so I guess it's an E flat major, E flat minor. Please don't go. 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. You seem to establish the theme in the first couple of measures, and 2 2 2 2 2. A straight was it C minor root chord. It's right here. Oh, let me go ahead and move this right over here so I can notate it real quick. So the first thing that I get is kind of the opening notes, is kind of see where the song is, you know, headed. We see now that it's gonna be 44, you know, for the tempo, and then this is either E flat major or was it C minor? It might actually be C minor. The reason why I say C minor is because we see a C minor chord right here, a little bit more than E flat. So this might be in a minor key, and usually sad songs are in minor keys. Now we're looking. This is pretty simple. Oh, okay. I can totally start read this. Let me go ahead and download this real quick then. I'm going to go ahead and send this to my Google Drive. I guess I'll play this real quick. Drive.google. Quick access. Downloads. Please don't go hurry. Alright, and then I have my tablet right here. So I'll go ahead and leave this overlay up. Let me see if I can. Do you guys want to see my face, or do you guys want to see the overlay? Which one do you guys want to see more? Oh, hey, Piano Soul, how you doing? Good to see you, good to see you. All right, so right now we're looking at Jasper Tio's video. What is it? His song. I'm kind of just critiquing what I see, and kind of just like from a reader's perspective, I guess. Let me pull up the sheets. Sorry if it's taking too long. I know I'm going a little bit over time. I said 5, but let's try to have a little bit of fun with this. All right. So what we're looking at right here is C minor. So I'm going to go ahead and play a C minor scale. And immediately, some chords, if you're playing a C minor scale, some chord progressions you're probably going to see is probably going to be C. You're probably going to see an E flat. You're also probably going to see a G minor chord progression. You're probably also going to see a F minor, mainly because most songs in C minor have that sort of chord progression. So it'd be like something like that. That's just me just figuring something out. But let's go ahead and let's see if I can play this through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and what is it? Ah, that's definitely an interesting sight read. Your left hand pattern feels interesting because what is it? When I play the left hand goes do 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 do. It's actually really soothing. I kind of have to get used to that. The sad thing is, I wish I read a little bit ahead, a little bit more to understand your left hand pattern, because I have this weird habit where I only play 5 chords in my left hand, and it's like it's very weird. Like when I saw the A chord in your measure, let me find it on measure. How are you? When I was playing your measure right here, your A flat, your A E 5 chord, A E fifth, was it second? Then dude, I was like, okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. It's a couple more tries. I'll get good at it, but it's really good. It's actually really fun. Actually, I like it. I kind of have to play it a little bit more expressively, but I really like your left hand pattern mainly because it doesn't follow the conventional 5 chord. It jumps up, so you go from fifth, major second, fifth, major second, and then you're going up to fourth, and it feels nice. It feels soothing. So, and again, this is kind of the left hand pattern styles that I actually like to look for when I'm arranging, because this it's very different. If I were to arrange this song, it probably would have been just straight E A, and not really much flavor. And I really like what you did in the bass. I would say the only thing is for a little bit of like notation, measure 10. You can just make that. What is it? Was it a half rest? Was it a quarter rest? I forgot the name of it, but you can definitely combine that instead of making those 16th notes. Um, I tried following closely to the original. It sounds really good. No, you did a really amazing job, Jasper. What is it? G, and I like what you did down here too, where you didn't. Most people would notate this as a high G. They wouldn't use the 8 octave symbol to simplify it. If you use this as an 8 octave symbol, I probably would have a hard time looking at reading this, sight reading it. But you did a really good job. Um, you did a good job tying, especially the sustain, knowing when to use pedal. I kind of, and also the retardando was a pretty good idea in the beginning as well. What is it? Retardando. What was it? I probably didn't play it as retardando, so it's like, is it B flat? Let's try that again. Maybe since you're going to play it towards the original, maybe you don't have to, but I probably would have done a what is it, was a not a glitch but arpeggiated that first note to add like a little bit of flavor. But I like see the PP dynamics, and it's played very softly. Maybe you could do some like mezzo piano like in the bass. Oh, you did do mezzo piano right here. Remember when I showed you Haru Yuku, where SLS had a notation for the dynamics for the treble and the bass? Maybe you could think about doing that next time. You did a really good job. It's just like I try to read a lot of sheets every day, so I can kind of get an understanding for how a sheet music should look. Although this is coming from a self-taught pianist, so it may not be the academic way, but I'm just looking at other people's sheets and saying, okay, what is usually the conventional way of reading it? It's really fun. Does anyone else have any interesting sheets they want me to look at? Any good sheets at all? Because I'd love to read some of them, because you guys have your anime. What is it? Why am I stuttering? I stutter a lot, but you guys do an amazing job with the things that you're passionate about, which is these anime covers, and it's really good. Like sometimes I would study, or sometimes I would even go to sleep with some of your stuff on. Like I'm pretty sure I saved a couple of Piano Souls videos on my on my playlist, and I think Piano Soul did an absolutely amazing job let me see. I think it was, I don't know if it was a Sword Art Online cover. I forgot which cover. No, I think that was Cero. Let me pull up Piano Soul real quick. Give me 1 second. Piano Soul. There's Piano Soul pop up and the... No, you do not pop up. That's unfortunate. I was really gonna... I cannot find you on YouTube, Piano Soul. Let's see. Piano Soul, Fruits, Haru Music. No, I can't find you for some reason. That sucks. Let me see if I can look a little bit harder. No, I can't find you, unfortunately. Maybe it was Code Guess. Could you send me your channel link real quick? Maybe that might help me to review your song. Anime. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Yeah, I think it was your Code Geass final. Your Theaster cover. I have that saved to my playlist, and it's actually really good. Let me play it through real quick. Let me share this. Oh man, you have to type my piano. Oh, I have to type your entire thing. Yes. I think you should try using tags on your video. Because when I first saw you on Discord, I had such a hard time finding you on YouTube. It was just very difficult. I was like, oh my gosh, why is this so difficult? Can someone help me out? Let me see. Continued story. Let me make this into a new tab, and I will... All right. Let's see. Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen. Continued story, Code Geass. Here it is. Perfect. Boom. Boom, bop, bada bing bang, boom, bow. Let's see. Now it's doing that weird thing again. This is my first live stream, forgive me. Alright, here we go. Okay, this looks good. Alright, can you guys see it well? Hopefully you guys can. Let me see. Yep, you guys can see it. Alright, perfect. Let's go here. I think I'm probably going to end on this one. I'll probably critique, or not really critique, but just kind of listen to what Piano Soul has to offer. Because Piano Soul did a really good job with this cover. Hopefully you guys can. Let me see. Desktop audio. I can't hear it. Oh my goodness. Don't give up now. Let's see if I can share the audio of this screen. Oh my goodness, my actual audio. Desktop audio right here. And oh, I think it's this one right here. Properties. Speaker. Desktop audio right here. Alright, let me know if you guys can hear this real quick. And I can share it well. Oh, I think it's this one right here. Properties. Can you guys hear that? Desktop audio right here. Alright, let me know if you guys can hear this real quick. And I can share it well. Oh, I think it's this one right here. Properties. Can you guys hear that? Desktop audio right here. Alright, let me know if you guys can hear this real quick. And oh, I think it's this one right here. Properties. Can you guys hear that? Desktop audio right here. Alright, let me know if you guys can hear this real quick. And oh, I think it's this one right here. Properties. Can you guys hear that? Desktop No, I still can't hear it either. Now that sucks. Oh, now it works, but the audio's going crazy. Okay, I think I had it right the first time. All right, give me a second because I'm trying to figure out how to. Oh my gosh, this is sad. No, I still can't hear it either. Now that sucks. Oh, now it works, but the audio's going crazy. Okay, I think I had it right the first time. Now it works, but the audio is going crazy. All right, give me a second because I'm trying to figure out how to. Oh my gosh, this is sad. No, I still can't hear it either. Now that sucks. Oh, now it works, but the audio's going crazy. Okay, I think I had it right the first time. Now it works, but the audio is going crazy. All right, give me a second because I'm trying to figure out how to. Oh my gosh, this is sad. No, I still can't hear it either. Now that sucks. Alrighty. Alright, I think I figured it out, so let's go ahead and try it. Alright, so this one is saved in my playlist. Yeah, but for some reason the audio is looping. Alright, is this better? Oh yeah, this should be better for y'all. This should be better. Let me know if you guys can't hear it. All right, congratulations. That was very good. That was extremely good actually. Let me see if I can move this around. Yeah. All right, that was really good actually. I really did enjoy that. That's why I saved it to my playlist because you played that very well. Now looking back at some things, I bet you were probably very nervous playing this. Now looking, you did really good with the lighting and the aesthetic. I really love that fade in where there's motion blur and you see nothing but a white piano. I like that. That's a really good aesthetic that you have for each other. It just looks very good. Hopefully, I haven't seen some of your recent videos, but hopefully you're still continuing to do that because it looks absolutely stunning. It looks very professional too. The opening. 2-2. And then you have actually really good hand position too. You know, your wrist is not too high, and I think that's just really good. That's good dynamic. You guys heard what he just did. He did a decrescendo on this phrase right here. Really good stuff right here. That's really good. So it's like it's even when you are arpeggiating the, I think that's a B. I don't know what chord that is, but basically when he's arpeggiating that note, each note is getting an equal weight. It says I'm improving my hand position. Yeah, it looks, your left hand is a little bit low, but your right hand looks really good. So you did a really good job arpeggiating that, where it doesn't sound too clumped, and each note has a pretty even sound. This is A major or E minor. This E. Two. I don't know what you did, but that really good job. You did a really. I'm looking at how you articulated it. Really good jump right there with both hands. That's a really good jump you did right there. Holy cow. E major. I saw was a D sharp, so I was like, okay, it is D major. It's a really good tune. What's the chord progression of the song, if you remember? That was the hardest. Yeah, those octave parts. How long did it take you to practice and perform this? How many takes did it take? And then how many, because that octave part alone seems incredibly difficult. And you're not doing a lot of bleeding too, so it sounds really fascinating too as well. You did some color correction on this too. It looks really nice overall. You did a very good job. Where's this? You have a light under you? I did not notice that. Great aesthetically. Okay, this part right here. At least 50. Yep, that's probably what I guess 50 takes. You did looking at this right now. It's incredibly difficult, and I would say it's probably as difficult as Animence's last Stardust. It took you hours. Good luck. Good luck. Holy cow. Give me 2 seconds. Theaster's arrangement. I really love how the bass accompanies the treble clef so well, in a sense that you're using the just right amount of notes and emphasis in the bass to complement what's being played, the main melody, in the on the top part. I really do enjoy his arrangement. And I also enjoy your performance of it too. What piano did you record this on? Really good stuff. Does anyone else have a video they want me to look at? Oh, hey Garcia. Dang, let's see what we have here. Does anyone else have a video they want me to look at? I know I'm over time. I'm at 120. I said 4 to 5, but I'm having fun, so go for a little bit longer. Send the video my way. Send the video my way so I can look at it. It looks Yamaha P20. Okay. The funny thing is, I actually had a Yamaha P125, and I was very upset with that piano because I couldn't do as much as I wanted with the piano dynamically to get those certain touches. You know, I have a Roland. Guys, if you're not already subscribe to Piano Soul anime covers. He does some awesome stuff. Really great pianist. He really does put a passion into the things that he creates. Just do it. Subscribe now. If you're not subscribed to his channel, you're missing out like a lot. But yeah, I used to have a Yamaha P125, and it was definitely a very interesting instrument. I ended up selling it for a Roland HP 703, I think 703 or 704, basically because I could not get certain touches that I wanted on the Yamaha. It had a certain amount of polyphony, meaning that when you sustain a note, let's say I was to I can do this scale, right? But what polyphony is, if you guys don't know, is if it keeps all the notes that you play sustained for a longer period of time. So if I'm playing a much complicated piece, I'm basically able to hold those notes for much more longer on this piano than the Yamaha P125. On the Yamaha P125, if I were to play, one chord and then something like that, if I were to play, a song or melody, the notes that's being played would not last for as long as I would like, for a grand piano. Oh, hey, Eric. How you doing, bro? So that's why, was it piano? So are you looking to upgrade your piano, or, is it too expensive, or are you just happy with what you got? Because I suggest getting a Roland, mainly because they have a really, I want to say, the touch and sensitivity levels. I can actually adjust the sensitivity on my piano so that I can make it extremely sensitive, like the ones you would see on a grand piano, so I can practice getting those certain touches. Yeah, your piano has great sustain. Yeah, really good sustain. But the problem is when I convert that sustain to a VST, it feels a little bit different. So like if your VST only has like 128 polyphony, it's like it's not that good. But you know, it's all about converting, you know, the information into another thing. But I think you did a really good job, even like on your video. It doesn't seem like you had a problem sustaining noises for as long as you did, because it was a fast song. You know, now I have an upright. Oh, you do have an upright? Oh, nice. Good job. Uprights are awesome. Uprights are really good. This is an upright Roland, so you're really going to like it. Let me look at Eric's video. Eric Lee has some really good videos too. Let me look for Eric's video, because Eric has some pretty bomb stuff as well, like really good stuff. Eric Lee. Is this you? I don't think that's you. I don't think that's you. No. What's your piano? YouTube channel, Eric? I can't remember. It's Goatee. I can't remember your YouTube channel name. Dang. Let's see real quick. Let's see, Eric. Got him. Eat him, boys. I can't find it on Discord either. Is Eric still here? Hey, thank you for the review. I really need to go now. Oh, no problem. Thank you, Piano. Thank you, Piano Soul. Have a good one. Thank you for just chilling for a little bit. Let's see. Jasper Teo. It's War. Let's look at a little bit of Cero's stuff if I can't find Eric's. Thanks. I love your hoodie. I'm a hoodie guy myself. Bye, Piano. Eric Lee, could you tell me the name of your YouTube channel so I can look at one of your videos? Do you have a video that you want me to look at? My YouTube channel is just my. I can't find it. I'm so sorry. I cannot find your YouTube channel. I don't think this is you. Is this you? Is this you? I don't think this is you. I really don't think this is you. Eric Lee Piano. I thought it was something else. Is just my name, Eric Lee. I didn't know you had 10,000. Well, let me know if it's you or not. I'm going to go ahead and look at, what is it, Cero's stuff. Cero, piano, melodies. I can't find Cero's either. Let me see if I can go on Discord and pull up his. Yep, here it is. All right, so Cero and I have been doing some pretty amazing stuff lately. Here's one of his songs. So basically, he did a Sword Art Online Crossing Field X Realized cover, and it was a very, very good cover. I was actually very impressed by it. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. Let's see. All right, let's go right here. All right, let's listen to this real quick. was really good. I really did enjoy that. Okay, so a couple of things that you could do. Let's see, a couple of things that you could do. Let's review this real quick. First off, good opening. It's exactly like the intro. You did a really good job. Okay, so right here, the octaves. I know, I think we all try to get away with this, especially as self-taught. Just just throw some octaves on it. You know, you could probably make the chord a little bit more complex. You know, maybe you can add a little bit of dissonance. Remember earlier we were talking about dissonance and consonance. If the song is too consonant, it's not. It can sound a little bit boring because it's not really that complicated, not that complex. However, if you add a little bit of, you know, dissonance or a little bit of flavor, it can really, you know, change, you know, how someone could view and hear the song. So if we're hearing, so you could do like a 4 chord in the right hand or left hand. I had a similar thought. So yeah. So I would totally think about changing the left hand, especially if you are notating it. For next time, don't make it too consonant, and, you know, try to add, you know, maybe a little bit of chord in the middle. If you are only thinking perfect fifth and octave as a pianist arranger, you might want to think about, you know, let's say you have an octave, right? Think about adding something in between that octave. You have, you know, major second, minor second, perfect fourth, tritone, perfect fifth. You know, you don't want it to even, let's say this, for instance, even if you wanted to add an octave, maybe for like the next portion or the next phrase, you can add something else, you know, so it's not too constant. Either way, it's really good. You did a really good job on this part. Okay, great transition. First off, this was a very, very good transition. This blew my mind when I heard this because, you know, I loved, I still do love Crossing Field. Every time when I hear Crossing Field, I'm like, my mind is like, do-do-do-do, do-do-do. It's a really fun song. It's a really fun song to play. So when you did this transition, it sounds like the focal center of what you were trying to say got how do I put this? So in music, there are these things called, you know, scale degrees, and there are these things called key signatures. And essentially, when you are when you're playing in a song, it has something called a focal point. So let's say if you are in C major, the focal point is C because all the notes revolve around C. Okay, well now let's say if you have G major, so G, all the notes are kind of centered around G itself. Same thing, G minor, E flat, and essentially what you did right here, it sounds like you just had a change in focal point. So let me see if I can find the focal point for realize. It looks like an F. Okay, so it's D. Okay, no, I think you did a good. I don't know why it sounds like that. So we see a D, an A, and so we're about a D minor. And we're back at D. What is it? All right. So let me hear this one time. Okay, so what you probably could have done was added a little bit more chords when you're doing a Because what we hear is when you have the octaves again for the reason why it sounds that way. You didn't change the chord when you were going into the melody. So what I probably would have done was I probably would have inserted my own little melody or my own little motif that transitions a little bit better, because it just seems kind of like you had like one portion of the song, and basically you kind of just took the first song and you have the second song. So you have Crossing Field and then you have Realize. And basically what you did was you just kind of like snippet, one portion right here, one portion right here, one portion right here. And I feel like you could have done something unique in between each and every phrase. So what I mean by that was when you do, so it's do do do. Or like, yeah, okay, so here's an idea. Let me try to, because I probably won't be able to play it as well as what I have it in my mind, but basically, do is a do-do. You have a 5 chord, you have like complicated chord that you're playing, and then before you do the, what's it? Do, you can add another measure in order to sort of transition it a little bit more smoothly. Because right here, when you have the the crossing field, the do, we automatically see that there's a D right there, right? There's a D, there's an A. You probably could have ended your last note on a and resolved it with D to make it, because A always resolves to the 1, so the 5 always resolves to the 1, A resolves to the D. And you could have, did something right there. So either way, it's still really good. Just for your future arrangements, try not to just clump the first song two songs together without actually adding your own flavor. I'm not saying you can't do that, but it makes your song more unique in that sense that, like, oh wow, he added this little motif, and this is Cero's work. You can make it a little bit jazzy. You can go down a half step, or even resolve it by doing the 3 to the 1 if you guys know anything about scale degrees, or the 5 to the 1. So either way, this is still pretty good. One thing I have to give Cero credit for is that he's not just using simple chords in the left hand. If I were to, again, when I used to create sheet music, I would do like literally just 5 chords and octaves, or just tremolo in the bass. And Cero's not doing that at all, and that's really good. He's making, I think he's staying true to the song, and he's doing a very good job at that. Now that I'm looking at it. You can see very different chord patterns. You got sus, and he added some flavor right here. Sus chords, sus. And also, I didn't even notice the transition. The transition to sort of SAO was very good, very well done. And here's the thing I was talking about, the chords. Again, I would probably think about adding different chords to this, because you want to be able to, you want to be able to make this part unique, especially for the downbeat. And you have a 5 chord right here. Just be careful of octaves, because I know you spent a lot of time on this, but you want to be able to express what you're playing. I'm not saying octaves are bad, but you want to be able to have a specific noise when you are playing with these notes. So if you ever look at some of Animan's pieces, he would usually have you got disconnected, or I got disconnected? What do you mean? Rip got disconnected. But to go on what I was saying that if you look at some of Animan's works, he doesn't simply just have just a straight up octave, unless it's like, I would say like a passing tone. It wouldn't be necessarily be used all the time for a downbeat, but let's go ahead and go right here. Like this right here, this would be a good time to use an octave. Right here, do, 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 do. And you did a really good job, because this is the strong do, do, Alright, this one's really good. Okay, so looking at this one right here. I would try playing around with this and maybe making the Sword Art Online transition a bit sooner. What I mean by sooner, right here, do right here. So because, and the reason why I say right here is mainly because it ends on a D. You can actually match this right here. Oh, okay. You can actually match these notes right here. And you can really do something special with this. Adding this right here, it feels like you cut the phrase off. Now that I'm looking back at it. Yeah, it looked like those those passing notes were leading up to something, but then they got cut off. Yeah, your chords are fine. Also, this is a really good transition. This is what I mean, where you did, where it would sound really good where when you are playing song 1, which is Sword Art Online, and then when you're transitioning from Sword Art Online to Realize, I would probably the same chord, I would basically use similar chords, essentially meaning that when Sword Art Online goes to a D, let's say D, and Realize has a phrase that starts with a D, I would then begin the phrase on that said note, and which is which is pretty cool. So you did really good right there. Left-hand pattern is really good. You did a really good job copying that. I feel like the previous part was not disconnected. Give me a number. Which part was disconnected? Yeah, the previous part was disconnected. If you're referring to the let me see. That's connected right here. This was connected. You did a really good job connecting this part. Yeah, the chorus is not connected. Yeah, so yeah, like I said before, just find common tones and then take advantage of those common tones next time if you want to connect them. So you see this D right here? Use this D, and instead of playing it up here, go right here, because the start of Sword Art Online is right here, and you could actually connect these notes a lot better. But yeah, you did other than that, you did an amazing, phenomenal job at this. I give you my praise, because I can't do most of. I'm not really, I don't feel confident in my arrangements. It's not that I can't arrange, but it takes a certain amount of just a lot of practice, and just keep rinse, washing, repeating, because it takes me a while, because I'm a perfectionist, and I'm the kind of guy that will keep on I love your hoodie. I'm the kind of guy that will just keep on making the arrangement, and then hearing the arrangement, liking the arrangement, this is good, I would go to sleep, and I'll wake up the next day, and then I would hear the arrangement, and I'm like, this is garbage. After I spent like 8 hours working on it, so so yeah, that's me. So Yuri on Ice. Okay, so here's Eric Lee. Okay, perfect. This is you. Okay, all right. Let's look at Eric's video. Let's look at this Yuri on Ice video because I saw this on my other channel. I mean, on my other YouTube page. Okay. And the French toast. All right, first off, congratulations. That was very impressive. You did very was it I would say above average, an amazing, stupendous. Was it that was breathtaking. Really blew my mind away that you actually were able to perform that at that speed. You did really well articulating a lot of a lot of passages, but there were some things that felt a little bit clunky. Back to the earlier part. Yeah, back to the earlier part. Yeah, there were some parts. If name a time, if you guys want to talk about that part, but there was I guess in the beginning. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Can you guys hear me well? Hopefully you guys can hear me. All right. So one thing that stood out, so the beginning part was very good. Very good introduction to the song dynamically. Very good. I want to say, what is it? Your tone, your pacing, your tempo was definitely superb. Your hand positioning was very good as well. The aesthetically, okay, so for aesthetic wise, you might want to change this, make this brighter. Look at Fonzie M's videos. You'll see, you know, he has like a logo or something. I actually didn't notice this until I actually started analyzing the video. The first time I saw it, I didn't notice this at all. So if I can't see this, this might not have a purpose if I can't see it. So I would probably think about making that brighter, coming up with a better YouTube logo like Eric Melodies or Lee Melodies on piano, or Lee Piano or something interesting. And you know, you can go to Canva or something and make like a really cool logo for free. But think about, first of all, changing that, because I think that that's a little bit misplaced. Because I took a lot of graphic design classes, but it's your channel, you can do whatever you want, but I would most likely change the positioning, or you know, make that a little bit brighter. So let's see, what's next? Two, 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 two. Okay, you're taking breaths. Eric, what piano did you, if you're in the lobby, what piano did you use to record this song? I mean, yeah, is this a Yamaha P125? Because it sounds similar. It sounds like Eric has a new sub and like on his video. Yeah, good job, Aquawin. Aquawin, yes, sub on his piano, guys. Sub to Eric right now. He's really good. He's really good. I love his stuff. I love his content, and you guys just keep it up. And also, he has an Instagram right here, so check him out. You're gonna love him. Let's see right here. Okay, beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. Do 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 do. Just absolutely great articulation. I love that. Okay. Okay, so right here, it sounds, I don't know if it's a little bit rushed or you didn't have enough time to articulate it as well. And one thing I noticed is that you're moving so fast. I used to disc labor to record the MIDI. Okay, what was your, oh, a Yamaha Grand piano? Oh, Yamaha Grand, okay. And use Garrettson. Ah, interesting. I use Garrettson as well. That's really, really cool. Which Grand do you have? Because it sounds like a Yamaha piano. Let's see, Eric. So one thing I noticed is that you're moving so fast that later on in the song, you kind of fall apart in the near the ending, and you don't articulate the later notes as well as you did previously. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, do. Yeah, that's felt a little bit rushed. It's okay to play it a little bit more expressively. Like yeah, it felt that breath just felt a little bit too fast. Maybe slowing it down and holding. What was that? Was that B flat that you? Was it B flat? Yeah. Well, it doesn't look like B flat. Let's just keep moving. It's a little bit too hard. A little bit too hard. A little bit too hard. What note instead of? This is G flat, E flat B. No, No, it's not. Is that lined up well? No, it's G, E flat. So instead, you did. I would probably have done something like that, unless there's an indication for you to play it. Two, two, two. Wait, that's nice. A little bit too hard on that note right there. All right, so one thing later on in the song, I feel like you're kind of falling apart dynamically, meaning that you did all this work, now your hands are tired, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is painful. This is very painful. It's like you're holding hot rocks, you know, or like hot rocks in your hands, and you just can't move your hands or something. I don't know, but your hands are tired, they're burning up, and you're kind of taking less care with your dynamics, and you're kind of just, you know, pushing instead of. There's a huge difference between this and, you know, and the way that you touch it. Nonetheless, it's still really good. Yeah. Oh yeah. No problem. No problem, Eric. I would suggest getting a teacher that can help you. I would look at WattKeys. He's in our Discord server, WattKeys. He does a pretty good job. He has a pretty good ear, and he can help you dynamically in terms of like learning your scales and stuff. Or if you have a teacher that's local, to just kind of hear your piece. But it's just practicing it slowly, so that you can express it well, because I know that it's hard. And you did a really good job with it. I'm not going to like bash you, because this looks like it took a very long time, you know, a lot of hours to actually produce something like this. Just be sure next time, you know, when you're working on it, you're always trying to get better, just a little bit better. It doesn't have to be perfect the next video, but just a tad bit that you're working on. You know, I'm working on some stuff as well, and I'm not perfect either in my pieces. I'm a very meh, lol. Yeah, Watts. Okay, so Watts is very meh, but you know, he's a good resource. He's a good resource. We have other people in our server that have pretty good ears. If not, try locally, because I'm pretty sure you'll find someone who can actually hear what you are playing and say, hey, that's too fast. Or even if you don't want to go out and outsource your work or listen to other people, record yourself and close your eyes and actually envision yourself playing. So this is what I am working on right now, is you close your eyes, put your headsets on, and listen to your song. All right, when you listen to your song, you want to listen to how you actually articulate certain phrases. Does this feel rushed? Okay, and then listen to the original. You know, how did the original guy play this? Can I express this in a different way, and does it make sense within that passage, Eric? And I think that's what the self-taught community kind of has to focus on now, is being able to listen to our music and be intentional with all of our dynamics. So you did very well. You did very well. Just focus on that next time, and I'm pretty sure, like, just give it some time. Once you give it like a couple months, give it like a year, give it just a little bit more, dude, you are going to be the boss of YouTube. I'm telling you that right now. This is already 133 views. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, just still be careful. I hear it now, but let's just keep going. All right, so right here, this is the part where I was talking about, where it feels like your hands were very tired, and you kind of, it felt very disconnected at this part where you're transitioning to this next phrase. Yeah, right there. Two. It felt kind of rough. Try to focus on that next time. Because it's difficult, and I know it gets tiring because you're playing like a 3 to 4 minute piece. But how long is this piece? Yeah, 3 minutes. Jeez, it's about 4 minutes long. It's very difficult. Just what you will, man. You'll develop, man. I totally believe in you, man. Cero believes in you too. Let's see. All right, so this is kind of rushed as well. So one thing I learned is that it's okay to stray away if you're looking at sheet music or if you're playing from an arrangement. If you can't translate it well on the piano, or if you find a better way, it's okay. It's okay to. The full versions are very yes, full versions, Jasper, are very tiring, dude. It's crazy. But it's all about. I think Eric is doing a really good job. Developing piano stamina, being able to actually play longer pieces, because not only that, when you're playing, you have to articulate it a certain way, and you have to be intentional with it. So you can't just be like falling asleep with it. You have to be basically intentional for about 5 minutes, and it's kind of like I wouldn't say it's as similar as driving, because if I were to drive, let's say when you're driving, sometimes if I'm driving on a road every single day back and forth, to and from work, 30 miles, which is about 20 minutes. Sometimes I can just turn off my brain. I can make a little bit of mistakes. I can move to the right, to the left. There's room for error because I just have, because, the roads are usually empty, and, I can swerve right to left. And, the speed cameras don't really pick up my errors when I'm riding. So basically I can speed 100 miles per hour in a high. I'm just joking. I don't really do that. But I can go really fast and not get caught. But the thing is, when I do that, I'm not intentionally speeding. I'll drink some water. Oh yeah, I do need some water. Okay, I'll drink some water in a second. But okay, so basically, what the analogy is, when I'm driving, I can make mistakes. I can go above the speed limit or below the speed limit and not really pay attention to all of my gadgets on my steering wheel or my radio. I don't have to pay attention to that because I'm doing it to and from. However, when I'm driving on a new road that has different speed laws, new road that has, different speeding laws, maybe something's wrong with my car and I have to pay more attention. Like, let's say I had a flat tire. I couldn't go over 50 miles per hour. So that means I had to intentionally watch how fast I was going, or else I was going to pop my flat. So let me go get some water right now because I'm a little bit thirsty. But essentially what I'm saying is, when you are playing the piano, you don't want to be dead in the eyes. You don't want to just play. And I understand if you're nervous. If you're nervous and you're still making mistakes, you should probably keep practicing, because it can be very difficult to perform while you're nervous. Because performing while you're nervous or performing under the camera is a whole new box of worms. That's very, very, very difficult. But anyways, you want to be able to essentially, and that's why when you play longer and full pieces, you are watching, every single moment, every single finger. You are being careful with the sustain pedal, your staccato, your legato. You're being very intentional for 6. Sometimes I would see some of Animan's pieces who probably do like a 12-minute suite. It's extremely difficult, and I understand where you're coming from. And just keep building that stamina up, because I think you have it in you if you keep doing it. Because I feel like the more you do it, the better you get. But this is definitely a start. You definitely did a good job, and I can totally see where the hours of practice went, and the final product. The final product is probably never going to be perfect, but the fact that you're continually posting and continually getting better is an amazing thing, which is really, really good. Now, just for the next time, just be very intentional with connecting phrases. If you can't do it, during your performance, because you might get nervous, try doing it, changing it using MIDI data. I don't know what DAW you use, but you can try doing that in post. All right, this part right here. And then right here, you're kind of falling apart right here. And this is what I was talking about, where your brain is kind of on autopilot, or you're just extremely nervous on the keys. And just be very careful. One of the things that helped me while I was recording is that I would do 2 things. I would go into a server filled with people, and I would basically perform live on Discord servers. You know, it could be Marcus Ventry's server or Ducord, and just perform multiple times to see how people would react to my pieces. Some things I need to work on. Was I nervous? Could I play under pressure? If I played under pressure, if I, you know, forgot some notes, or let's say someone were to give me some feedback, I can actually make those adjustments. So I'll probably, you know, look into, you know, doing that and, you know, listening to your stuff, because this is a really good start that you have going on so far. Let's see. Alrighty. And I think what WattKeys stated before, the more time you spend with the piece, the more time you have to develop with it. And it's all about thinking about what kind of pianist you want to be. Do you want to be a pianist, or do you want to be a YouTube pianist? Do you want to practice and perform and master your piece that you're playing with, or do you actually want to post weekly, and which means that the pieces are probably never going to be perfect, but the possibility of you getting traction is going to be, you know, very high. So yeah, it's not a lot of care in the end, mainly because you've probably gotten really tired or you're nervous. So just, I would say, work on that a little bit more, probably spend a little bit more time on that. But you did really good overall. This is well done aesthetically, very well. Try to fix this on your next videos, because I couldn't really see what this was. Look at like something that like Fonzie would do for some of his videos, where he would have his logo at the bottom, or look at some other creators. Because I didn't notice this, and I just didn't really see the purpose of just this aesthetic right here. But anyway, good job, man. Congrats to you. Really good job. Does anyone else have any pieces, or that they want me to look at? Or do the Jasper and Cero get posted every day and every hour? And after the hour episode airs? Yo, it's so true, Watts. It's so true. Let's look at... does anyone else have anything they want me to look at? Anything interesting? Anything interesting? Let me know. Let me know. Anything interesting? Anything interesting? Please don't go. Oh yeah, I gotta save some more of your stuff, Jasper, because I have, oh, do yours? Okay, I could do yours. WattKeys. Which song, which one do you want me to look at? WattKeys. I can't find your stuff, Watts. I feel like, why do I always spell your channel incorrectly? 222. Oh, congratulations on your success of your channel, dude. Congratulations. That's crazy success. Since I roast you every week, as it were. Okay, so let's see. All right, I can roast this one right here, because I saw this one. Watts, I saw this video. You know what I'm gonna say. You know what you're gonna say, but I'm not gonna do anything. But I said I don't know the syncing, but you guys did for, what is it, fruit? I don't want to like bash or anything. You guys did good. You know, you did good. The shield hero, okay, with the shield hero. This one just didn't sound as pleasant. Like, I saw what you guys were trying to do. It just didn't come out as well as you wanted it to come out. I was like, oh, it was like, ugh. Learning and posting for an hour after an episode is something I'm still working towards. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Thanks, BB. I appreciate. No problem, Eric. Keep it up. Keep it up. You said shield hero, shield hero, shield hero. Watts is insane. Watts is insane. Let's see. Oh, shield hero. Okay, I saw this one. This one's pretty good. Is this the opening? Let's see. Opening, or closing. I think this will be my last one. I can't. Let's see. All right, first off, really good aesthetics. I love the fade in. Okay. So, one thing for your videos. Okay, so you didn't write that wrench. Oh, you didn't write the wrench. Oh, okay. For that. Okay, so for this one right here, aesthetically, I would probably look for doing some color correction. There's not a lot of contrast aesthetically. Um, what else? Also, this looks a little bit clumped. I know you did the black box and a what is it? I don't. How should I say? Maybe what is it? I will try to find a different way to put the title into the what is it into the video. I don't know what you're doing for your recent because I don't think I saw one of your recent videos, but I would probably look to do something a little bit different because this doesn't look as view friendly. So let's see. This is pretty good though. Let's keep a look at it real quick. And I also love the chibis. But seriously, I would look at doing color correction for your next video, Watts. I love Ralph Tifa. That's really, really amazing. I love this right here. This is really good. Okay, let's go back to that real quick. All right. Did you take a breath right there? All right, because you held it for sustain. I'm gonna still scrub up color correction. Yeah, no problem. I would go ahead and when I'm looking at this, I don't know why. If you had a reason for why you held sustain, I think it probably would have sounded better to to connect this a different way by not using the sustain pedal. But you know, maybe you had a reason to. But let me hear the rest. Good transition. I love this right here. It's really good. Huh. Okay, let's stop right here since this is a longer song. All right. So, a couple of comments. Good transition. I love, primarily, I love the reflection of your hands that you catch on this camera. See, I was a film major, so I kind of take into account everything that's being recorded. This thing right here, yeah, you can have that in there. Who knows? So one thing I noticed is YouTube doesn't necessarily. You can have a an anime clip without having the opacity too low. So I studied this when I made a couple of my clan ad videos, and I think it was Hikozen or something, where I had a higher opacity and I didn't get flagged. So I think it's all right for you to raise up the opacity just a little bit because I can't really see what's being shown, but you know, at the same time, let's see here. This is also really good framing as well. The widescreen. Oh yeah, yeah. I feel you, dude. It's like, you know, it's all well. I'm just pointing out what I see. And it's not bad or anything. It was, I'm kind of just throwing out my opinion and stuff. You did really well, like with, you know, the basic setup, the basic, you know, anime setup with having the piano, framing the piano above you, and just getting your picture. That looks really good. You know, I know I'm like, you know, critiquing, but you did pretty good, you know, visually. Um, so I'm just looking at everything else. Two, two, two. Good crescendo. I really like that pause, that breath that you took. Really good breath you took. Two, two. Okay, that was a little bit too fast. Yeah, that was a little bit fast right there. I couldn't really hear the note before that. Maybe it was a grace note. Really good expression right there. I really did enjoy that one. Really good for your dynamics in the right hand. Making sure that the right hand was louder than the left. All right, right here it sounded like you made a mistake. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Okay, that was just lovely. Good angle that you did right here. When you were arpeggiating upwards, really good transition. That's like grade A stuff you did right there. That was really good stuff. You can confirm that was definitely a mistake. I feel like the chat is off by like 50 seconds. I'm not too sure why, but I feel like it's off by a lot right now. Oh my goodness. I'm not too sure how what is it? Is how many seconds is the chat off by? Okay, let me know when you read that message and just like count out loud and just let me know. Because I feel like it's off by at least 30 seconds. Yeah, you have to set the latency to ultra low before you start streaming. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. Thank you. I'll make sure I do that next time. A couple mistakes right there. Okay, Watts, how long did it take you to practice this piece? It sounded like this part you were either very nervous at this part. Um, yeah, it sounds like you're a little bit nervous right here. Can I get some confirmation on that? Because it sounds a little bit unpleasant. It wasn't as it didn't have that pizzazz that you had in the beginning. I think all pianists kind of suffer from this, where you play very well in the beginning, but then we kind of just like get very nervous in the middle for a difficult part, or we kind of just go into like an what is it? We kind of what is it? Turn our brains off when we're playing and make unconscious mistakes. Alright, that part was really good. That was really impressive. Really good octave. Alright, this part sounds a little bit hard to hear. I don't know if it's the right hand or the left hand, but the left hand sounds too high. At this point, there aren't really nerves since it's just, what is it? Nerves since I'm like an hour into getting, oh, you're just an hour into getting takes. Oh, I see. Alright, Watts, what do you think about this one? Yeah, oh, here comes the mess. Yeah, this one's a little bit tough to hear because I can't really hear the notes that you did. Like, it's still really good. It's just expressing it is a little bit more difficult. One, because you're moving extremely fast, and you probably, like you said, did a lot of takes on this. Yeah, it just feels rushed right here at this part right here. Alright, you probably know what I'm going to say right here. No, the pedaling was what... Oh, the pedaling was what you were going for? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, this sounds pretty good right here. I was only going for articulation on the big chords. The right and the left hand carries some of the melody. That didn't kick in for either. Oh. That was really good. Was that a mistake? Overall, that was really impressive. That was really good. That was really impressive. From your dynamics to actually moving incredibly fast, that was very, what is it? I would say it's very soothing. I say can't confirm that that was another mistake. Yeah, it's all right. To be honest, it's all good. Like with when you make these pieces, we're all gonna have mistakes, but I'm just gonna point them out, but so we can like improve. But you did very well. This is actually very soothing. I don't know if I have this saved to my playlist. Let me go ahead and save this. Yeah, let me go ahead and save this to my playlist because this was actually really good. I really enjoyed that to the teeth. Dang, that was really good. That was very, very, very good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Watts. I'm gonna play Haru Yuku on stream real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off because I'm getting a little bit tired. So let's go ahead. Overall, you did very well. I enjoyed your piece. Everyone who is watching this, go ahead and give Watts a sub because Watts is literally the man. He is pretty awesome. And you should go ahead and check out his live streams. He streams on Saturday. And he posts a lot of amazing content. You know, it's content that, you know, a lot of self-taught pianists need to watch. A lot of things that helped me out, in my opinion. And I know we're just bashing each other back, but I would say Watts is way better than me when playing. Like, he can sight read a lot better. He's been classically trained, so I'm just gonna go ahead and send you guys over to him because he is definitely a fun guy, if you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and see. All right, so I'll go ahead and play Haru Yuku just once more, and then let's see. I'll play one without sustain, and then I'll play it with sustain. So. So what we have here, I'll go ahead and pull up the sheets once more. Uno mas. Haru wa Yuku, how ya Yuku, how ya Yuku. Here we go. I explained it earlier, but I'll just try to keep it brief. Let me go ahead and move this one to. All right, perfect. All right. So what we are looking at primarily from this song is a lot of. Okay, this song is very difficult to play. Like I said before, one thing I mainly have difficult playing is his 5 chords, because he plays his 5 chords in a very strange way. And one thing I would probably suggest doing in the future when practicing pieces like this is probably just playing without the sustain pedal, because I definitely made a lot of mistakes when it comes to and this is all really in the wrist. I wasn't really doing anything with my fingers per se. So when you're going from measure 6 to measure, what is it? Measure 5 to 6, incredibly difficult, mainly because you are in, what is it? You are very high in the soprano, and then you come down. And you kind of have to, when you come down very quickly, you have to come down very lightly in order to express that tone. It's a song that requires a lot of work, mainly because you have to be fast, but while you're being fast, you also have to be expressive as well. So I'm definitely gonna be practicing this. I don't think I will probably be finished to perform this in like a couple of months, because it took me, I want to say, a couple of weeks just to finish the first 2 pages. So we're gonna see where this goes. I'm probably just gonna update you on my progress on this song, and we're gonna see what happens. I can play Wonder Egg one more time for you guys to see kind of how I develop, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream because I'm getting kind of tired right now. So let's go ahead and play Wonder Egg opening. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. It was pretty fun. Talked about a lot of stuff. Talked about nothing. I drunk some water. Now I have to do a lot of schoolwork. But thanks for just chilling. So I want everyone to have a wonderful day. Keep practicing and keep developing your content. Shout out to Eric Lee. Shout out to Watts. Shout out to Cero and Piano Soul, who I have videos I all looked at today. Pretty fun stuff. Keep it up, guys. I really do like your content, and I think it's pretty amazing. So just keep it up, and stay blessed. All right, later, y'all.